Sheffield Wednesday 5-minute view from the Cop. Another defeat. Here we go again. Okay, so anything different? Well, we went down quite early to an absolutely awfully defended goal. Just left them completely open to run straight through us. And even Piers Charles back in the net couldn't do anything about that one. Good to see him back. But I mean, other than that, the team is pretty much the same as it has been. Very frustrating. We just seem to just be constantly just not quite good enough with everything. It's just, there's effort, yes, there's endeavour, but we're just not quite good enough. Just a bit frustratingly not quite good enough. So, you've got the new players coming in. They've got the trickery. They can do a little bit of running, but ultimately, we just don't do anything in that final third. Yes, we scored again, and it's again. And good on him. He seems to be the kind of person that he's a poacher, and he can be in the right place at the right time. Also playing with Jamal Lowe up front, and Jamal Lowe was solely up front at one point. Again, somebody who can do some running, somebody who can he's quite good at shielding the ball. When he's got it, he does quite well with that. But he's not got much of a shot, and I don't know. We're just lacking ideas, I think, in that final third. But we seem to be attacking more, which I suppose is one thing. So for those that would like to see us go down fighting, I mean, that's wonderful. However, and again, it's something that I have touched upon over the last few weeks. So we've got this situation, and Will Granger, a lot of people asking for Will Granger to be given an opportunity. So we get him on bench. Today we got Granger on bench, we got Ugbo on bench. And with deep into the match, we conceded and we went 2-1 down. So you're thinking, well, okay, so what are we going to do to try and turn that around, if that's what we want to do? And we took Charlie McNeil off, and we put on, just trying to think, Nadala in his place, who, again, is one of those players. He can carry it forward, falls over his own shoelaces at times, can be brilliant, but falls over his own shoelaces. And I think, what do you do with people like that? He's probably going to end up having it trained out of him, and I don't know, disappear off into obscurity. But ultimately, he's got to have somebody to pass to, and I think our movement's not good enough as well. It's not good enough. Somebody will carry the ball forward, and then they go, right, okay, so who's moved into space? And I think that's one of the things that Bannon used to give us, that he did. He was always looking at getting the ball, so he'd put himself in a good position to do it. Ingelsson, in a minute, is absolute workhorse, absolutely brilliant for his effort. But and where we'd be without players like that, I don't know. I mean, obviously, then you think about senior players. You think about Palmer. Yeah, Palmer. I think he just struggles. He struggles a little bit consistently at this level, like Iofa does now. And I don't really know how much longer we've got with players like that to not give us. What I'm trying to say is they sometimes bring less, or bring more negativity, more negative to the party than they do with positives. So the mistakes that you get. I think that first goal Iofa was just way out of position, and I mean, the second, it was a header and a flick on. We should have done better with their second goal. They'll probably say the same about our goal as well. But give us something. So just going back to this point about what do we want out of a match. So we got Granger on the bench. We brought Andala on for Charlie McNeil, probably sort of a bit like for like, a little bit more energy coming later on. Weren't really working, so what did we do? We took off Yates and brought on Fazia. Yeah. So basically, we took off a striker and put on a midfielder. No, not Fazia, because he was playing right from the beginning. So we took off Yates and brought on Thornley. And I like him as a player, but surely he's not going to give us more, in that sense. We did eventually bring Ugbo on, and I think he fell over a couple of times. Not sure that he really got much of a touch. But with sort of like 20 minutes to go, and you're just thinking, right, okay, what are we going to do? Because we get a goal, we've picked a point up, and we've altered one record at least. I'd just like to see us just give it some, just do some megs and substitutions. Chuck 3 on, all strikers, take all defenders off for what good they do. So here we are again. I think missed opportunity really. I think today missed opportunity because we did battle quite well against a Derby side that were not that wonderful, despite the fact that they got Sammy Smodic, who used to be a great player. I don't know what's happened there. Obviously Brewster just keeps popping up, playing for other teams, but didn't score today. And I think they look like they've got an half decent side, so we did all right against that team, but could have done more, could have done better. Okay, so let's see what happens next time back home. See if we can do anything. Okay, until then, see you later, and up the owls.